Just before I went on to pitch a multi-million-dollar deal this Monday, my girlfriend says to me, remember, what's $1 million? It's not that much. And I took that in because it's not that much. The question becomes, what's the cost of them not taking action today? I want to share something with you. In this business, the size deal to which you pitch is directly proportional to the rate at which you grow, the degree to which you grow. If you will continue to pitch small deals, you will not grow in this industry. Thinking back on when I was on the line and where my real growth moments came from, it was when I pushed myself out of the comfort zone into, oh my God, this scares me to pitch a deal this big. I got to go back on the table and do this because my manager just said, go get it, Dylan. And I remember that moment of pitching my very first deal that was over, I think it was $80,000 deal. And I was scared to do it. But there was this feeling of like butterflies that was in me. And when I took a moment and I just said, you know what? If anyone can do this, you can do this. And I pumped myself out and I got out there and I pitched the deal. Did I get it? No, not that time. But guess what? I got it soon after. Here's what happens when we start pitching big deals. Number one, everyone wins. How many times have you seen a disgruntled owner come in because they told me that I had an ownership that could do this, that, and the other in 4 trillion weeks in a year? Wait, there aren't even that many weeks in a year. This happens all the time. Bigger ownerships, meaning ownerships where people spend a greater investment to get involved, puts them at higher levels of status, VIP levels, depending on your company. Now, what that often means is more money equals more time, which equals more benefits. These three things are directly linked. You'll never get more benefits with a smaller package. You'll never get more time in the system with a smaller package. So are you doing your owners, your new owners, or your upgrading of your owners a service when you're selling them small, little, wimpy deals? No, you are not. So who wins? They win every time, provided that you're not taking food off their table, and this was something that they have the desire to do. They're spending the money anyway. So guess what? Let's redirect it back into something that you own, that you pay for once, and that can come back every single year forever, or however long that your ownership is. And what also happens here is this. You grow. You grow. You grow because the level of discomfort that you must get to and when you're pitching a big deal is real. You're pushing up against your boundaries. You're pushing up against your comfort zone. And your body's probably going to go into a sympathetic state, fight or flight. It's like, what do we do here? And guess what? That is where the growth occurs. When we stay pitching small in the known, what I call the gray zone, right? The zone around us, this 3-foot zone. It's so comfy, so cozy. I don't have to do much. I don't have to think much. I go to work, come home, pay bills. Yep, just like they do. And nothing significant changes in your life. Nothing significant changes in your life because you're not pushing yourself up to a place, to a level that it feels uncomfortable, that you've got to start thinking bigger in order to reach the goal, in order to reach the desired outcome. When you just say, you know what, I have the ability or the option right now to pitch a small deal to get this new owner their foot in the door, or I could actually show them what they're going to spend anyway and how this much more money, not that much more, maybe it's double, maybe it's triple, but you're being honest, you're being authentic, you're being forthcoming, and you didn't just bottom it out right away. I'm not saying we don't need to drop. That's not what I'm saying. Look, I've worked with plenty of rep and plenty of manager who believed that was the way. Just get their feet wet, get them in the door. Ugh, cringe. Seriously, this is not the way. We've got to start thinking from a place of responsibility, higher and greater responsibility than we've ever had before. If you want your owners to be happy in the system, then sell them an ownership that will get them happy. And if it's not the level that they can get to right now, well, then sell them almost there. When you start doing this, not only will you grow tremendously, exponentially every single time you pitch a deal that is beyond your comfort zone, even if it's your manager closing it for you, because I bet you what, you're sitting out there going, oh my God, right? Like, Type factor is fully on. And not only will you grow, you're going to learn from what worked, what didn't work, what are you going to do differently next time. You're also going to start thinking, okay, how can I improve upon my pitch in order to get these deals down? You're also going to start thinking, what are my current belief systems right now that are holding me back from getting a deal of this size? What if I were to say, here's what I want you to do real quickly. I want you to stop and think, what is the biggest deal that you have pitched so far? Great. Now, double that in size. What's the first word that comes up to you, or first few words that come up for you? Are they one of contraction or one of expansion? If it's one of contraction, you've got work to do. If it's one of expansion or openness, like, hell yeah, I got this, then guess what? You're on the right track. Now double it again. What comes up for you? This is how we begin to grow. We got to identify the belief systems that are currently in our mind that are holding us back from serving at our highest and greatest level. Once you identify, okay, so what's there? What's underneath that? What was that cringe? What was that contraction I felt in my heart in that moment where I said, I can sell a double deal? Can I sell a deal that's double this size? What was that belief? And trust the first thing that comes up. Now, what's underneath that? And what's underneath that? And when you do that, guess what? Awareness is the first step to change. One of my good friends, George, says, awareness is the finish line. Once you become aware of the thing that's in the way, the thing that's blocking you from your next level of success, you now know you're not giving it your power. You're removing the power from it, and you say, I see you, and I am here to move beyond you. I hope that helps. Now, here's your task for this week. In fact, let's make it for tomorrow. Your job tomorrow is to create as much value as you possibly can and to get out of your own way and to pitch a deal that's double the size of what you would normally pitch. That moment that you think, I'm going to pitch this bottomed out deal, no. You're going to stop and you're going to pause and you say your name. Are you ready to grow? Are you ready to make more money in this industry? And then what you're going to do is you're going to either ask your manager, your closing, whoever, whatever they're called, come on in, or you do it yourself and you pitch that deal. And you go out and you pump yourself up in the back room, whatever you got to do to get in there and say, there's no one better to get this than you. You up for it? Guess what? It pays better. What would 1 or 2 big deals a month do for you in addition to what you're already writing? Get out there, change some lives today. You certainly deserve it, and they do too. Bye for now.